Yo, what is going on, Bulls fans? Today, we're going to be talking about, have the Chicago Bulls front office committed to this big three too soon to really see what they can really do? Because they really haven't been showing out and really haven't doing anything that's been like eye-popping to the front office that could really be like, yo, we should really stick with this big three. But that's going to be the topic for this video, and make sure you guys subscribe, leave down, like the video, and make sure you stay tuned. So we're gonna get into this, and I want to talk about a little bit about what Zach, Vooch, and DeMar averaged. So Zach this year, he averaged about 25 points per game, about 4.5 rebounds per game, and about 4 assists per game, which isn't bad. But for the contract that we've given him, he definitely needs to perform a little better and really improve the points per game numbers, which I think he could do a lot better. But after the All-Star break, he definitely improved that a lot and very tremendously. But before the All-Star break, he was not looking like the $200 million contract player that we signed him to. But, I mean, it happens. You know, he was coming off an injury, but there's definitely improvements need to be made there to really bring those points per game up. So we need him to really put in the work this offseason to really get healthy, because the Bulls have talked about reshaping the roster around him. And I think that he could do that. I think the Bulls could definitely reshape the roster around him, but he really needs to be a leader and really like fit his game and get his game going to the level that we all know that he can play at. So DeMar this year, he averaged 24.5 points per game, 4.6 rebounds per game, and about 5 assists per game. This year, he definitely averaged more assists because a lot of teams were doubling him in the clutch, and well, not in the clutch. They were doubling him a lot because, you know, DeMar's the mid-range king. He really gets doubled a lot because people know that he's going to ISO. So DeMar's really been passing the ball a lot this year. I definitely think that this offseason that DeMar will go, and if he doesn't, I think he should have gone. But he's definitely been a leader in the locker room and definitely picked things up for us a little bit. But Vooch this season averaged 17.5 points per game, 11 rebounds, and 3 assists per game. He did his work. He's a rebound machine. I mean, there's a lot of defensive aspects that really need to be worked on. But I think the Bulls really committed to this big three too soon to tell what they could actually do and the top performances that they could be at without Lonzo Ball. We have to picture Lonzo Ball's not even in the picture right now because of his injury and the timetable. We don't even know when he's going to be back. Some news just came out about him that they don't know his timetable and his career could be over. So we don't really know, but I think the Bulls are committed to this big three too soon to tell what they could do. They also committed on a coach that hasn't proven anything to earn the contract extension that he did. I do not know why the Bulls extended him at all, and AK just got extended recently, and both those extensions have been really like secretive, and they haven't really been public or like published. Like, no, the Bulls didn't even post on like Instagram or Twitter or anything like that about them being re-signed. So I don't know what they're doing. You would think that they would make it public, but this offseason, one of the big three is definitely going. I hope so, because we really need to retool this roster, and for one of those big three, we could definitely get some good assets for the team. And me personally, I think it should be DeMar, but that's my opinion. But the front office hasn't really shown any interest to like really improve this team. Like, if you look at the trade deadline last year, Bones Highland went for 2 first-rounders. Or not 2 first-rounders, 2 second-rounders. And we needed a backup point guard or a guy that could fill in the point guard spot. And he went for 2 second-rounders. That could have easily been done, and we needed a backup point guard, even a starting point guard. He could have been put in that starting point guard spot, or Kobe could have been moved to the starting point guard spot, and Bones came off the bench. So they really, like, them making no moves at the trade deadline last year really set a lot of Bulls fans off, and I think that they really messed up on that, and they definitely should have made trades or did something. And I really want the Bulls to fire Billy Donovan. I don't know why they gave him the contract extension, but he just hasn't proven anything. And there are so many more coaches out there that are way better than him, and they are not going to fire him though, which is kind of sad. But so many good coaches have been fired recently: Doc Rivers, Monty Williams, Mike Budd. I mean, there's like so many, like Nick Nurse, like Billy Donovan. He's not a bad coach. He's not that good. The Chicago Bulls organization likes things, and I don't think that we should be like that or like at that caliber, because if you look back at 91, 92, 93, like in 96, 97, 98, we were like a dynasty, and now look at us. We look like garbage. We really need to pick things up, and I think they definitely overcommitted to this big three, and a lot of things are going to have to go down this offseason for this big three to really work out, or some things are going to be moved around, and we'll see how the roster looks. But that is going to be all for this one. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please subscribe. Please leave a comment, and make sure you hit the like button. But that's going to be all. Have a good one. See you, Red Bulls Nation.